All right, so we're out here in Western Maryland, and here's a barn. Let's see what's inside. Now, we've known about this car for about 5 or 6 years. A buddy, RJ of mine, he told me that there was a car sitting in here, and it is a Porsche 914. This was actually the car that I had in high school, not this car, but a similar car. I had a 1975. This looks to be about a 1974 914 2-liter in the orange, which is the most desirable package. I mean, 73 and 74 in the 2 liters. I mean, that's the package to have. But unfortunately, because it's been sitting here for a long time, it's gotten some rust. Most likely it was rusted and then put away, because what happens is when it rots out, your suspension joints and your motor mounts and everything else will actually start to collapse on it. So the late 90s, I had one. They weren't really desirable, so it was a fun toy to have, easy to restore, easy to drive, cheap to maintain. Now the values have gone up a lot with the other 70s Porsches and a lot of the 911s. Now the 914s are starting to get the recognition that they've always deserved. This, I still think, is the best Porsche ever made. I'll argue that to death. It's got a mid-engine, flat 4-cylinder. It's got a rear trunk. It's got a front trunk. Always came with 4-wheel disc brakes, 5-speed synchronous transmission, and a Targa top. So this top can actually come off and be placed in the rear trunk, so you can have that open roof driving experience. At first I thought it was a 1973. The black bumper kind of threw me off, but looking at the VIN, it looks like it's a 1974 appearance package, 2-liter, fuel injected. So this would be the car to have in this orange, and it's just perfect. Now, unfortunately, it's pretty rough, and it would need a full restoration, or it's a parts car, depending on if we can find the title to it. I mean, you can see the condition of the barn. This would be kind of a problem to get this thing out too. We would need to, move this guy's like homemade generator motor here, and move this barn door out of the way, use a winch, and hopefully not rip the car to pieces because of how much rust is on it. But just figured, might as well show you guys what it looks like when we get these cars. A lot of times we'll come out with the truck and trailer ready to go. The guy doesn't live here anymore. The old owner passed away many years ago, and I left a note on this car about 5 years. About 5 years ago, we left a note on the door, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then about a year ago, we left another note and left it in the mailbox. So these notes do work, but you got to have patience. A lot of times people aren't ready to sell, or they're going through an estate, or maybe just emotionally they're not ready to let go of their toy. I mean, this was a special car in 1974. It was a special car today, so it's really neat. Hopefully we can save it, maybe for the next owner, or maybe somebody else is interested in it. We'll see what happens, but hopefully it'll come back to the Eurotech garage. Yeah, but just looking at the way the doors are sagging, I think the longs are rotted out. Did you check the glove box?
It was jammed.